Hey there guys, welcome to a new video which I just thought of as an idea. It's my top 5 companion debuts. Now I just thought of this because, well, I did actually think it's quite a good idea to do because I've never actually done anything like this before. Obviously I've done previous top 5s and top 3s and whatever, but this is my top 5 companion debuts. It's not all classic series. There is one New Who, which I'll show you in a minute. And yeah, this is all my opinion. Now, I haven't seen every single companion debut, because obviously one story is completely missing, but I've heard the audio of it. And yeah, I mean, let's crack on with the video. And my first companion debut, I think, is Rose. Even though I do find Rose a terribly overrated companion, I still think that she is, like, I think that her Rose, an introduction, the first new series Doctor Who story, Rose, I thought was a great start to the whole era of new Doctor Who, and I thought her character, and well, I thought Billie Piper played Rose Tyler in that story brilliantly, and it was such a. I think I really liked Rose in series 1 and Day of the Doctor, but well, she wasn't really playing Rose at the time. But I really liked Billie Piper in series 1 and Day of the Doctor, but I don't really like her in other things, Rose in other things that much. But yeah, I mean, I thought she was great in the story. I thought she was brilliant. I do think she's a terribly overrated companion, but I think that the story was brilliant. It's such a great start to new era of Doctor Who and a great start to the companion of Rose Tyler. But yeah, I didn't really like Rose that much in series 2. Okay, so that's number 5, and number 4 we've got Ben and Polly in the War Machines. Now this was like a double companion debut. Ben and Polly, I think they're on the back somewhere. There's Ben, as played by Michael Craze, and you got Annika Wills, played by, well, you got Polly played by Annika Wills. But yeah, I mean, really good story if you haven't seen it. It's one that I recommend you get. It's a really good black and white story. I know there are people who don't like black and white stories, or maybe not that they don't like it, they just find it hard to watch or something. Not too sure, but yeah, I think the War Machine's a cracker of a story, really good 4-part adventure, and their debut, I think, at the end, because they didn't really they didn't really join the Doctor until the end of the story, like as in they go into the TARDIS at the end of the story, which I think is brilliant. But yeah, it's a really great story, really good stuff from Ben and Polly, and just a cracker story overall. So yeah, that's number 4 with the War Machines. And next is a third Doctor story with Terror of the Autons, with Katie Manning as her debut in this, and we have Jo Grant as the companion, as the third Doctor's new assistant. Obviously she replaced Liz Shaw, and I think the third Doctor, well, I think all third Doctor companions are brilliant, but I think in particular the third Doctor, Katie Manning and Sarah Jane Smith, are, I think, just a bit better than Liz Shaw, in my opinion. But obviously they had more time with the Doctor than Liz Shaw did. But yeah, Katie Manning's brilliant in the story. She's not annoying at all, like nowhere near annoying. I haven't actually met Katie Manning in real life, but I'd really like to meet her one day, if I ever get the chance to. But yeah, she's Katie Manning's brilliant as Jo Grant, and she came back in, I think, was it Death of the Doctor? I think she came back in, which was a Sarah Jane Adventures episode, or 2-part episode. And yeah, and the Autons are even though they didn't feature in it as much as Spearhead from Space, they are really good in it, and it's also the debut of the Master as well, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it's just a crackingly good story, and I recommend you watch this. I think the Mannequin Mania box set is a must, really, for anyone. It's a brilliant set. Okay, and then next up we have with number 2, sorry, that's the Time Warrior. First Sontaran's story, and obviously features one of the best, voted one of the best companions in Doctor Who magazine, which is Sarah Jane Smith, as played by Elizabeth Sladen. So it's really unfortunate that she's passed away now, but yeah, she's such a great companion. It's like just unreal how brilliant she is. She's a journalist, and I think, yeah, the Third Doctor and Liz Shaw was a great highlight of the 1970s. I think such a brilliant. I think in all the stories that she was in, there's probably only a few that are bad, but practically all of the stories that she's been in, I mean, she's brilliant, and she's great in the new series. She's great. She's great everywhere she is. Really, she's great. Every story she's in, even though there's some stories may be bad, but even so, she's still brilliant in those stories. So Third Doctor and Sarah Jane Smith, just absolutely brilliant. Sontarans are great in this story. I recommend you watch this story, actually. If you're a fan of Sarah Jane Smith, then, and if you haven't seen a debut, then I really recommend you watch The Time Warrior, because it is a really good story. Probably a bit late to get it for Christmas now, but if you've got any money, go out and buy the story as soon as possible, because it is really, really good. Okay, so the final one. Now, you may know which one this is, because I am such a big fan of the story. I know, I think Pitch School Black and TJ Productions are becoming quite big fans of the story, and I'm really glad they are, because it is an absolutely golden story. It's Evil of the Daleks. I've got the audio CD, but I thought I'd use my reconstruction version. Well, it's not really a recon, it's just to fit in with the rest, really. The audio CD, like a fake cover to put in a DVD case, just to fit in with the rest of the DVDs and the video. Yeah, crackingly good story. I cannot recommend you watch this enough. It's got Dalek Emperor, it's got Daleks in it. It's Deborah Watling's debut. She plays Victoria Waterfield. She's my favourite companion to date. I know that might seem that I know some people don't really haven't really favoured Victoria Waterfield that much, because most of the stories are missing. But I'm so glad we've got Enemy of the World and the Web of Fear back, because she's in both of those stories, and she's great in the Web of Fear. And her father, Victoria Waterfield's father, dies in this story, and he gets killed by the Daleks. Spoiler, by the way. Yeah, he's a really great character, and yeah, she just looks great in the story. She's really, I should say, beautiful in the story, and I think her story behind the story behind her character is just brilliant. I mean, the fact that she was imprisoned by the Daleks, I thought, what a companion debut that is. A companion that's been imprisoned by the Doctor's most iconic and should say deadliest villains, and getting rescued by Jamie, who's the current Second Doctor companion. That was just genius. I thought that was absolutely amazing. And if you haven't heard this story, and if you find audios difficult to get into, then I cannot recommend you listen to this story. I mean, it's my most wanted story. That this story needs to be recovered. 7 episodes. We've got the second one. Watch the second one, because it's brilliant. get the Lost in Time box set and watch the second episode because it's gorgeous. It really is. So that's my top 5 companion debuts. I think this might have been a successful video. I don't know. Maybe in your eyes it isn't. It could be a pile of shit video, but yeah, I thought this video went fairly well. So yeah, we've got Rose, the War Machines, Terror of the Autons, and the Time Warrior and Evil of the Daleks. So we've got Rose Tyler, Ben and Polly, Katie Manning, Sarah Jane Smith, and Victoria Waterfield. So thank you for watching this video. Tell me what you think and what your top 5 companion debuts are, if you've seen enough to have actually a top 5. So yeah, my favourite companion is Victoria Waterfield. Great companion, and just, I mean, all the companions are great. It's just people have favourites, you know. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and please comment down below your top 5 companion debuts. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.